'Cause I'm lonely, and I need you and your love to come on and rescue me. Oh, we started. Oh, okay. Anyway, podcast. Monday episode, huge episode, massive episode, a very special episode. Like they used to say on those after school specials, welcome to a very special episode. I promise you, though, nobody's going to get taken advantage of on this episode. At least I don't think so. I mean, I'm the only one here. So, but I thought we would flip the format on this very special episode and go with what we got going on right here. What do you want to talk about? What do you want to talk about? Put it there. Put it there. What do you want to talk about? Anything. I don't give a shit. What do you want to talk about? I looked at all the topics, the possibilities. We had a mosque shooting. The president's doing more. None of it was interesting, entertaining, or fun. So I thought, let's just talk. Let's just talk about stuff. Anything you want. Anything you want to talk about. Stuff that we said we were going to talk about and we never talked about. Stuff that you've always wanted to ask me. Not alone. If you're like, hey, can I have $5? That's going to be a no. I mean, you could ask, but that's just going to be a no. We'll just talk. We'll just shoot the shit for a little bit. We're just going to shoot it. Why not? Yeah, mix it up. Have a little fun. That's a podcast. All right, so if this show stinks, it's your fault. It's not my fault. That would be when the show stink. The shows that I plan stink. That's on me. If this one goes into the crapper, then that's on you. That is definitely on you. Matt, I vaguely remember this. Did she share that? I remember laughing about this, but I don't know what it was exactly. Did we say we were going to cover it or talk about it? I mean, I'll ask her if I run into her, if we have the rapport. It's not exactly something you bring up just cold turkey, you know. It's funny too, because I guess you guys were guessing on what the very special episode was. Wouldn't that be something? I feel like I could get an interview with the president. It's not a secret that his number is made its way around the reporter circles. You can call the president if you need to. He will answer if he feels like it. And he will talk to you. And then inevitably you have to go live on the air, because I don't know if you've noticed this, but every reporter is like, I just spoke to the president 15 minutes ago. There must be some kind of condition or agreement they've worked on where it's like, I'll answer your questions and you can talk to me, but you have to report it within 15 minutes. Because every reporter is like, yes, thank you, Carla. I just got off the phone with the president 15 minutes ago. For some reason, it's always 15 minutes. And there's always somebody like named Carla or Phil. Or thanks a lot, Chet. Yeah, I was on the phone with the president 15 minutes ago. And, so that's that. That would be fun if we got to talk to the president. Although I feel like that moment is even past for me. I'm having a hard time caring about anything that's happening with the president, to be honest with you. It's so exhausting after a little while. It's so exhausting. It's all exhausting. He does something good, everybody hates it. He does something really bad, everybody hates it. The people who love him just love him no matter what. The people who hate him hate it. I'm exhausted. I can't do it anymore. I can't do it anymore. I wish I was letting somebody else do the podcast. We should go for guest hosts for a little while. Wouldn't that be fun? Little programming note for you. This will actually be our last episode until the Wednesday after Memorial Day. So we got a little bit of a break here, which is another fun time to go do something like this. Have a little bit of a break here. My little guy has a concert on Wednesday, which is going to prohibit. I've told the school countless times. I have a podcast Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. So it'd be great if you don't book anything that I have to attend during Monday, Wednesday, Friday. And every now and then they do it. So this Wednesday is that. Friday, obviously the Friday heading into Memorial Day weekend. Monday is Memorial Day. So it just kind of fell this way. This will be the last one until the Wednesday after Memorial Day. Unless you want me to stream my 10-year-old's school concert, in which case, if you do, we'll put together a little proposal and see if the school will let us do that. I couldn't imagine anything more horrific than watching somebody else's kid play music. That was, unless that kid is Kenny G. That's paying anybody who's not Kenny G and not born from you to watch them perform orchestral arrangements seems like a huge waste of time. Seems like you need to introduce drugs into the whole thing. My window's open, by the way. I don't want anybody to be alarmed by the fact that there's movement behind me. The window's open. It is hot as shit in New York. I don't know. We went from it's just raining, Seattle, freezing cold all the time. We didn't have a spring. And then all of a sudden it was 80 degrees yesterday. And we didn't know what to do with ourselves. By the way, you wanna really confuse people? Give New Yorkers an 80-degree day before the beaches are officially open, and we are just lost. We just don't know what to do. We don't know what to do. The pools are too cold, if any of them are even open. There's nothing happening on the beaches just yet because Memorial Day is next weekend. We just wandered around yesterday. It was just a whole big bowl of confusion. We just called each other. What are you doing? I'm in my backyard. What are you doing? I'm in my backyard. Do you want to come to my backyard? Oh, no. I'm pretty comfortable in my backyard. We're lost. Long Island is completely lost. And then, again, this might be news to you guys if you're not from Long Island at the moment, but we're just like, I don't know. We can't go to the beach. How about this Long Island Railroad strike? Could you believe this? And suddenly everybody is a labor lawyer in New York because everybody is dissecting the Long Island Railroad. They walked out. There's a strike going on. There's no trains running from all of Long Island. Literally, the governor got on and the other day and was like, if you take the railroad to go to work or you don't have to worry about going to work. I'm like watching the governor and I'm going, how is she getting away with any of this? Just people are just like, hey, maybe stay home. I'm like, if my wife Cuddles goes to me, they're telling people to stay home. I go, even people who don't take the train, they go, especially people who don't take the train. They just feel like it's going to be worse. Cuddles went to work today. I go, how was it driving to work? She says, there's nobody on the road. I'm like, well, you tell everybody to go home. That's kind of what's going to happen. But everybody's really upset about the Long Island Railroad strike. Everybody. Nobody is happy about the Long Island Railroad strike. So just try not to bring up the Long Island Railroad strike. All right. I feel like I'm getting behind on some comments here. Christella was wondering if it's Frank Solo or Rank and Aaron. Is that supposed to be Frank and Aaron? I have talked to Frank and Aaron about doing their own podcast on this channel. To be honest with you, Frank and I have been having a lot of conversations about, like, wouldn't it be fun if Aaron just did a murder mystery, conspiracy theory, somebody's missing thing that she's so good at. What do they call that? True crime? I go, what if Aaron just did a true crime thing? And what if we, changed up just the whole thing, just kind of change the approach of what we're doing. And we've been talking about that kind of stuff. I don't know if it's going to go anywhere. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see what happens, but is nothing having to do with Erica Kirk? Just that breathing thing. Did you see that breathing thing the other day? I don't even know if we talked about that. I can't talk about stuff that's like so awkward. I get uncomfortable sometimes. Her just breathing into the microphone was so bizarre. It was so strange, wasn't it? I was just uncomfortable with that. There has been no exciting Meghan Markle stories. Nothing that she has done is rage-inducing, I don't know. I did have a nice weekend. Outside of just trying to figure out what the hell to do with myself, we literally just sat in our yard. That was really it. I was like, maybe we should go here. We were going to try out a new beach. because I was like, should we go to a beach and just not go in the ocean? I mean, that's happened before. Sometimes you go to the beach and they're like, oh, there's algae. You can't, or it's too rough. You can't go in. So you just sit there and go, all right, well, at least we're near the water. Dip your toes in a little bit. We were going to do that this weekend. I mean, we didn't even have the strength. We couldn't even muster up the strength to drive 20 minutes to go to the beach. We just sat around all day. And then we just did this kind of thing. Should we make, we bought ribs. Should we make ribs? And Cuddles was like, maybe. I was like, all right. So maybe I'll get up in a little bit. I'll make ribs. And then like 3 hours passed. And I was just like, maybe we'll just throw some chicken tenders in the air fryer. It's just as good as ribs when you think about it. You know, it takes 4 hours less and we're still eating something. So maybe we'll do that. And that's what we did. We pizza, bagels, and tendies in the old air fryer. Can we give Willie like an award for just constant positivity? Like I look forward. You remember the way you used to go to your grandma's house and look forward to grandma's hugs? Like, oh, it's a hug from grandma. You know, maybe she slipped you a $5. Maybe she threw you a $5 or $1 for being such a good kid, you know, or made you a special treat or something like that. I feel like every time I see Willie's opening remarks, it's just like getting a warm hug from your grandma. Sarah, there is always one. And that's the thing. Like when these things dominate the headlines, it's just a shit day to be a podcast host, because who wants to go on and on and on talking about that kind of stuff, you know? If only we had a hero, if only we had somebody to come out of the shadows and save a topic-less podcast, we'd be in much better shape. But unfortunately, oh my God.
Do you like that? I burst onto the scene.
I love it. I love the burst.
Just bursting every now and then. You got to burst.
I don't want to sound inappropriate, but you bursting just now felt really good.
Oh, you got to say it felt good on this end.
Okay.
I'll take it.
Okay. Frankie, this was unplanned. This isn't how this was supposed to shake out, but here we are.
This is a weird one. What is going on? What did I walk into?
Yeah, you know, as I was just saying, I was going through the day and all sorts of bad, unfun, non-interesting things were happening. And that was me. Every time I checked the news, I was just like, And so I thought, well, screw it. You know, people often, one critique we will get is you're not reading the comments. You're not reading the comments. So I thought, well, let's do one where we just read the comments.
All right. What are the comments saying? Now let's see. What are we talking about here?
I'm running through them slowly. I'm very behind. We haven't had a baby bird update. Could we get that this episode? I'd like to do that.
All right. That'd be good. A little baby bird update. How's everything going there?
Matt wants us to follow up on Billie Eilish Eilishing herself in front of a mirror. I don't remember what that story was entirely about, but I know there was something there that we talked about. I don't know.
Okay.
Christella would love to host. So, Christella, let's check the calendar and see when you're available, because guess what, kiddo? You're the first one in line to host next time we don't have a show. Are you
qualified?
Are you free on Wednesday? Because we can have it set up for you this coming Wednesday or Friday or Monday on Memorial Day, perhaps.
Do you have a camera and a microphone? If it's yes, then you're qualified.
Yes. Yeah, I guess those are the two. And on your phone does count, you know?
Right. What is this one? All right.
That's what it's. Well, I'll forget it.
Okay.
No reason to go into that. We could just do Frank tries out sound effects.
I think that one was mislabeled.
What did it say?
It's universal. I don't know. It's something weird.
Okay.
I'm changing it. Okay. Changed it.
All right.
So we're going into this weekend. What are you doing this weekend?
What am I doing this weekend? You know, I don't know. I just was talking to Cuddles about this. We don't. All right. Well, do you want to really? All right. Do you want to get into this?
Not really, but we don't have any topics, I guess.
Yeah, I'll just, let's spin this around and see if this is of interest to anybody.
I'm sorry.
I got together with my family this past weekend, and my cousin, my aunts, uncles, and everything. Now, my one aunt has a house on the Jersey Shore, right?
Sure.
So Memorial Day, big barbecue weekend, right? Everybody gets together, come to the Jersey Shore, that kind of thing.
You doing the seafood boil?
Well, my uncle had to leave the gathering, and so my aunt, who has the house, was like, "Are you coming on Friday?" And he's like, "Yeah, maybe I'll come Friday." Now, all right, just a little part of this. Other uncle lost his dad. Uncle Jamie's dad passed away down in Brazil.
Oh,
So he's been down there. It's very sad. He's taking it really hard. It's really tough. It's really tough.
Imagine, jeez.
So he's down there. So I think he just got back, but he wasn't back in time for our family gathering this past weekend. So I think it was kind of like my uncle's like, I might come, I might not come, I don't know. So I was like, okay. I was like, well, that's nice. I like when my aunt gets together with my uncle. They're very close. You know, my uncle's in the city, my aunt's Jersey Shore. It's very, very close. So then later on, my cousin goes, "Hey, are you coming? You coming down for Memorial Day?" And now I'm like, did I miss an invitation? I was like, because I don't think. And then I'm like, I don't know if I'm invited to this little guy. I thought it was just the uncle, but my cousin, that's his mom. They're there. He lives 20 minutes away. You know, they're always there all the time. You know,
Pop in. Just do it. I think family can do the popping. Your family, and you've been there a million times. I think it's a revolving door. You could just show, especially if there's something big going on.
I don't know. You know, and my aunt, I love more.
Invited you?
No, but you want to know the God's honest truth? I feel like I've had my second moms are literally your mom and my aunt. Like those have been my second moms. So like my aunt is always like, just come. You don't need an invite. You know, you don't need an invite and everything. But I also feel like because I could see inviting my uncle, right? He's got no kids. He's well behaved. Well, unless there's too much gin, and then there's a problem. But if you keep him under like 3 or 4 martinis, you're okay. You should be fine.
Okay.
But he comes, it's not a big deal. My cousin goes, it's the 2 grandkids. That is what it is. That's enough. When I go and I got these 2 animals and then cuddles, and I think it just makes it too big. It's too much. You ever have that? You ever have one other person comes and now it's too much? Now there's 4 kids running around, screaming, yelling, throwing Legos.
So what are you going to do? Not go anywhere? Stay home?
Well, it's a little awkward now. I wasn't like, hey, we're having some people come for I can't just go. Like my cousin's like, you coming? I go, I didn't know what to say. I'm like, I don't think I was invited. I don't, you know.
Well, that's your invite. Isn't your cousin running the show? Or no?
No. It's my aunt's house.
No.
Yeah, I can't just, can't just show. By the way, we did the pop. We popped in a couple of weeks ago, month or 2 ago, whenever it was. Surprised my aunt. This is maybe actually back in February, January. But we popped in one day. We brought dinner. We did the whole thing. It was a really nice, we surprised her with like a whole little family gathering because she thinks she's just getting a little melancholy. But anyway, I don't know. So now it's like this awkward thing. So anyway, I was saying to Cuddles before, like we don't really have anything this.
You know what you do?
Yeah.
You call your aunt. How often do you call your aunt? How often do you talk to your aunt?
Well, we text more than anything nowadays. Does anybody call anybody? Do you call people?
Fine. So when's the last time you texted her?
Yeah, a couple days ago.
And she didn't mention this thing?
No mention. But we got a family chat going. So it wasn't in the family chat. It wasn't like everybody come at 2.
You tell your cousin to bring it up in the family chat. Is everybody in the family chat going or invited?
I mean, I guess.
There's some outcasts that we don't want to tell?
No, there's the family chat is all the aforementioned people plus my parents who are down in Florida.
All right. So then you tell your cousin to bring it up in the family chat. And then you come in with, oh, you guys are getting together this weekend? And then you'll get the invite.
It's a pity invite. It's an invitation.
Maybe. But it's that or nothing.
I don't want it now. I don't want the pity invite now,
family. It's not a pity invite.
I guess you're right.
I forgot to tell everybody invite.
I still don't like it. I still like to be invited. I like a good old fashioned invite. Hey, we want you to be there.
Well, maybe your aunt just didn't, it slipped her mind that she has to tell every single person.
Yeah, maybe. I mean, yeah, that's true. Maybe, and it is the kind of thing where maybe she just wants to have her brother come. Like, again,
or that.
Like her son's gonna stop in. That's almost. I don't even know if he gets invited. Like I think it's just like, oh, we're coming over.
Well, is it literally everybody's going but you?
Kind of, but that's really all there is. Like my parents are, like I said, they're in Florida, so it's the uncles, it's my cousin and me. It's weird.
I know what's gonna happen. You're not gonna go, and then next week you're gonna get the text, "Hey, where were you?"
That would be amazing. No, but I think it's a relief. My aunt's getting up there in age. Again, like I said, you add that one little, I know it's a little element, but me and the kids and everything, and it's just a whole big fucking thing. It's 4 more fucking chairs. You know what I'm saying? There's beach passes that have to be acquired. It's a lot of work. I just feel like it's a lot of work for her. We do it once a year, and I think that's enough for her to do.
All right, so then don't go. What do you want from me?
So it feels awkward. So anyway, I said to Cuddles, I go, we really have no plan. Like, for the first time in a long time, there is not a single plan on Memorial Day weekend. And I'm kind of like...
Go to the air show. Big air show happening on Long Island, right? Is that happening? I don't even know. I haven't heard a thing.
Glad you brought it up. I go, maybe we'll go to the air show. I go look it up. They moved the air show this year to July 4th because it's America 250.
No one's going to go to that.
On July 4th?
July 4th, right? I mean, everybody's doing their own.
I think it's a big, I think the America 250 thing is a big, I don't know how everybody else feels about it. Let's talk about America 250 for a second. I'm kind of excited. Like, this is awful. But like, I don't even know what the website is, but there's like an America 250 website. I don't know if it's just for Long Island I'm assuming there's one for everywhere.
No, it's an America. I mean, why would there just be a site for Long Island? It's America 250.
The site that I went on is
America250.com.
Maybe, but the site that I went on, it was like, here's all the America 250 stuff on Long Island. So I don't know if...
Anyway, I'm buying the domain America275.com just in case.
Good call. You really...
had a 25-year jump on that.
It's good.
You do that?
It's going to be 25 years of paying like, I don't know, $9.99 a year. But eventually you're going to be able to unload that for quite a profit.
That's $250. That's nothing.
That's not bad. I bet you can sell that back to the government for easy $1 million, $1.5 million.
Right?
That's
an investment right there. I just gave the whole ship away. I'm not really going to do that.
So. No, you should. Although they might fuck you over and just go with America275.gov. They got the hole in that .gov shit. That's the problem.
Yeah, but I got the .com. Everybody's coming to my site first.
I guess so. This kind of feels like Newman's.
Yeah.
What was the Century Party? What do you call it?
Oh, the millennium, the Newmanium.
Newmanium.
1 year late.
But anyway, there's all these, like, it's just one American Revolution reenactment after the next. And I am so fucking there for it. I just want to watch middle-aged idiots pretend to be in the Revolutionary War in the outfits and the muskets. What?
A couple of things about the reenactments.
Yeah.
All right. You're reenacting the battles. Is there like there's an audience? There's people watch. I've never seen one happen.
Yeah.
There's like an audience watching. They're just watching the battle take place from the sidelines, and like let's say you're on the losing side,
right?
You're not supposed to. You're just supposed to at any time just get hit and fall. Is that your role?
Basically,
you can't turn the tides.
What do you want to change the history?
I don't. I'm just saying, if I got cast in this thing and I'm on the losing team, I'm going to be like, shit, this sucks. I want to be on the winning side. Can I be like a traitor? Can I like at the last second switch my uniform and be like,
if you get the Benedict Arnold role,
let's go Union.
Yeah, you got to go after Benedict Arnold. He was basically the only traitor, I think, or the most famous one.
It's funny. There's a show I watched, and there's a British guy in the show, and he goes, and someone calls him Benedict Arnold. He goes, "You're a traitor, like Benedict Arnold." And he goes, "Benedict Arnold was the only one that wasn't a traitor."
That's pretty good. Benedict Arnold
want to be on the, if I was cast as what was it, the Confederates, I'd be like, I don't want to be a Confederate soldier. Be on the Union, please.
No, it was. See, you're thinking Civil War. It was America and Britain, not Confederates.
Civil War. You're right. I'm sorry, Civil War, the Revolutionary War.
So you're looking at me like I was crazy.
I wouldn't want to be a redcoat.
Right. Yeah, but I mean, it's like being the heel in wrestling. Like you gotta be the bad guy sometimes, and maybe you want to be the redcoats.
Yeah, but then you get killed, and what? You got to lay on the floor for the rest of the.
Yeah, well, but the redcoats won a lot of battles. I mean, you just because you're on the America side, you could be on the losing battle. It depends on what battle you're in, you know. And
how long does the battle go on for? Like everybody, it could be over in like 10 minutes, not even, and then you're like, all right,
yeah, we're done.
How does it end?
Kind of. I mean, there are battle reenactments, but for the most part, it's just people up there in the costumes, just reciting lines and talking about stuff. That's really what it is.
It's kind of lame.
It is kind of lame, but it's kind of exciting. Like I'd be lying.
I have no idea. I've never seen one. I've never. They don't have them on Long Island. I don't think
they do. Believe it or not. Yeah, at Bethpage. What's that? Bethpage, the village there. Yeah,
did any battles take place in Bethpage?
No. But they have that village, the old Bethpage village, where it looks like it's back from the Revolutionary War. People dress up.
Oh, cool.
Remember we went to a class trip there?
No, we definitely didn't do that. Or at least maybe you did before I got
No, you were there. It was like we were in 6th grade, 7th grade. You go to Old Bethpage Village on Long Island. It's a very famous thing. Everybody's like, and you mine for gold. Remember,
that wasn't that. That was a Wild West town. We did in Jersey. You didn't mine for gold on Long Island during the Revolutionary War. You big idiot. We did. It was the what the hell was Wild West Village or something in New Jersey?
That was not. Although you're making a good point, there wasn't gold mining during the Revolution. It was I think that's at Old Bethpage Village for some reason.
No, it was Jersey. I literally just saw a commercial for it somewhere, like in the past month, for the place we went to, and it looks exactly the same. It's an old like Western street that you would see in any Western movie, with the saloon and the dueling in the middle of the street and the cowboys and everything. It was like Wild West Village or something. It was called. It had nothing to do with any war.
Stop saying Wild West Village. It doesn't exist.
Maybe it wasn't called that, but it was called like Wild West Town or I'm telling you, I'm looking it up now, but that's what it was.
Look it up.
Westbury Village or whatever the fuck you said.
You know what's sad is we don't really talk to anybody we went to grammar school with, or at least one of us doesn't. I don't know if I'd feel comfortable asking anybody else, like, hey, remember that class trip in the 6th grade? Was it Wild West Village or was it Old
Wild West City?
We'd seem like psychopaths asking that. We never went to Wild West. We never went to Jersey. Right, we never went to Jersey on a field trip. That was
Byram Township, New Jersey. It's an 1880s themed Western park. I'm telling you, this is what we did. Wild West City. There's the sign, a general store. There was like a train ride around the place. They had bandits come and like rob the train. I was the sheriff. Remember they had the whip, the guy with the whip?
No. Maybe.
Guy, with a whip that was putting on a show. And then they selected people from the audience. I was one of them. I forget who the other person was, the other kid. We held up a newspaper, and he whipped it in half like 10 times until we got to like a piece that was this big. And we were holding it like this, and he whipped that in half. And thank God I didn't take our arm off or anything. But that's what it was. It was Wild West City.
All right, maybe. I don't know. You're starting to remember a lot of details here. I wasn't prepared for this. I thought that was Old Bethpage Village, but maybe.
It was a fun trip, and they didn't really teach us how to mine for gold. They gave us the pans. There was a stream of water, and they said, "Go ahead." I went, "I don't know what I'm doing."
Yeah,
and nobody got any gold.
Nobody did. Yeah. I remember thinking, how did we have all this gold? Because this couldn't have been the way they were finding it. This is ridiculous.
I literally didn't know how to do this. I was like, I have a pan, there's water. What am I doing with this? I just put the pan in the water. I'm like, am I supposed to catch something?
Yeah, that was one of those things that did not make any sense. Although I do remember they were selling those little tiny sticks of like candy. Like it was like it's a candy cane, except it didn't have the curvy part. You ever see those? And then there was like, it was root beer flavored. Those were like crack. I don't know if you remember that. Those were good.
That sounds familiar. Remember those things that were like wax bottles of soda, and you bite them open and they have the whatever the hell was in that?
Yeah.
That was, what was that?
It was before all the environmental people were kind of like, oh, we need paper. So we were eating wax, motherfuckers.
I can't imagine wax being any worse for you than what they got.
Was that pure sugar water inside that wax? Yeah, give me that. Let me take a nosh out of that thing.
That's probably fine.
All right, breaking news, Frankie C. At least there's one responsible person here. The strike is over?
Well, this pertains to New York, New Jersey, tri-state area.
LIRR, baby.
People, anybody that's in the New York area. The Long Island Railroad was on strike the past few days, over the weekend and today.
Yeah.
And nobody can get to, well, not nobody. People couldn't get to commute back and forth from the city into Long Island from Manhattan.
Yeah.
Back and forth. So people were taking cars in, people were busing, and it was a big people working from home. So they reached an agreement. That
was quick. I mean, that was pretty quick.
I didn't think this was good. I thought this was going to go for a while, because the way they were saying, like, one side was like, the government side was like, oh, they make enough. They're the highest paid train workers in the country.
Yeah. By like a lot.
So they're getting enough. And then the unions were like, nope, we want more.
I was reading a thing that said there's a lot of people that make over $100,000 in overtime alone. Not their salary. They're making over $100,000 in overtime. I'm like, huh? What? That's a lot. But Cuddle said to me, she goes, the work is there, but think about this. It's one less person. Like the people do the overtime, but they're not paying another person and salary and benefits and health insurance, which is astronomical. So it's actually a cost saving thing. The fact that these guys are making these people are making all this crazy fucking money. But I'm like, maybe, but at the same time, that's a lot of fucking money.
$100,000 in just overtime for one person?
Just overtime. Yeah. Yeah. Somebody pointed out that a lot of the LIRR people are making more than the governor and more than the president of the United States, their salaries, and that's just to keep the trains running on time. I don't know.
That's not even a government company. It's a Long Island Railroad is not a government run.
But it's part of the MTA, which is the Metropolitan Transportation Authority. I don't really know.
But Long Island Railroad is like a private company, I thought.
Might be. I'm not sure what the thing is. I know it's one of those. If it is, it's one of those private companies like an airline where it's got so much regulation and whatever. It's almost part of the government anyway, kind of. I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know. The fuck do I know? I know that I saw this thing from Blade. You ever see Blade, the helicopters?
No.
Blade is like a helicopter company that like they run helicopters from the city to like wherever, like the city to JFK and like all these things. And they had a thing
by Wesley Snipes.
No, that would be nice though. That would be great. But they put out a post today that's like, I know everybody's stressed over the strike. Don't worry, we're offering $95 rides from JFK to Hudson Yards. And I'm like, first of all, that's your thing always. And you're talking about none of what the LIRR really does. I mean, that is maybe 10% of its run from, and I don't even know if it goes from the city to JFK. It's Jamaica to the city.
Yeah. Then you're stuck in Hudson Yards and you're like, all right, now I got to get to my office.
Yeah.
Where the hell am I?
I almost commented, like, way to latch on to the fucking ongoing tragedy, you selfish pieces of shit.
If I could, like, commando style down a rope to my office, that would be something.
That's pretty cool.
They hover, because you can't land really in most buildings anymore in Manhattan.
Correct.
So if they if I could rappel down a rope down to street level, that'd be something. I'd pay for that.
Don't you just want to rappel down to anything?
Kind of.
What was it, Jackass, where they bust through the roof and the guy like ran out of the building? Do you remember that scene in Jackass? They like busted through the roofs, the ceiling, and the guy just got up, just took off.
That was pretty great.
Don't you want to just do that too? I mean, that'd be amazing.
That would be a cool bucket list thing to do, like I guess, like Navy SEAL type of, like it's a bucket list thing for me to do, like paintball, because that's like the closest thing I'm gonna get.
Right.
Paintball for me. I haven't done paintball, and have you done a paintball?
I've never done paintball. No.
It seems like fun.
It seems like it would be a good time. I've done laser tag.
Yeah, but like outside, there's like the woods, there's like broken down cars you gotta hide behind. It's a little more, it's more intense, more serious, and I'm sure you're out there for way longer than laser tag. It's like a 10-minute thing and you're done.
Yeah.
I feel like if you do I don't know, but if you do paintball, you're probably out there for a couple hours at least.
I think we're inventing a new business where little fantasy, like superhero-y, like,
I'm sure they have that stuff.
But imagine paintball where it's like, forget the paintball part of it, but maybe you're shooting blanks and you're the hero in the war scenario, or you rappel down into, like, there should be something where you can play out. You're like
a fantasy camp.
Yeah. Well, how is that not a thing? Like, you have those smash rooms are so cool when you just go and you just smash the shit out of stuff. Like, why don't they have that for more like?
I got to imagine the insurance has got to be a nightmare for that. Imagine putting your average person with zero training into a combat-like situation.
I didn't know that.
Can't imagine that's going to work out too well.
But I just think it would be fun to be like, not like a real challenge. Like, everybody, like, hey, Frank's paying. He's going to win he's going to save the girl or whatever, or capture the flag or whatever the fuck, Indiana Jones, get the relic, whatever it is. But you pay and you get to act it all out, and you get to feel what it feels like.
They have, I guess the closest thing maybe is a LARP. You ever heard of that?
No.
Live action role play.
Okay.
I don't know about it for like superhero stuff, but they have like Star Wars and they have all these things like that where you show up to a location and it's like a big, I don't know, let's say it's, what would be a good one? A LARP, I guess like Star Wars. You show up to like a building that it's all set up, like, I don't know, like the Death Star or something. And you go in and they give you the costumes and you play the role.
That's fucking cool.
They give you your character. They give you the plot and you have to, you act it all out. And you do like all weekend worth or something.
But can I be honest with you? It's always the Star Wars people. You guys are always getting the cool shit. Like, why can't it be for people who don't love Star Wars?
Well, what do you want to do? What do you?
If Star Wars, like, it doesn't have to always be Star Wars. Maybe it's the Rambo fans, or it's a Terminator thing, or I don't know, like whatever it is.
Stuff's out there.
It's got to be. It should be, but it's not prevalent.
No, because I got to imagine it's also very difficult. I'm sure there's, what is it called? Not Navy SEAL, but like a boot camp style thing that they do those races, like you run through the mud and stuff. Have that kind of thing.
They have those things, but those are races. Like, I think it should also be like, I want to put the fire out, or, whatever. They light a little something on fire. You get to go in there and blast it with like whatever your thing is.
We did that in like 5th grade. They brought us to the firehouse. Everybody holds the hose.
Yeah, I know, but we didn't even get to actually, like, I'm talking about adult Frank. Like, just get in there. I'm going to fucking put that,
I get it. But again, it's going to be extremely dangerous to do that.
Or don't you want to get the jaws of life and just cut a fucking car open and pull somebody out?
Again, yeah, probably, but they know how to do that stuff without hurting the person inside the car. I feel like if I did that, the car would break in half and crush the person.
You wouldn't put your wife in there to have a big heroic kiss?
No, I'm not putting my wife in a demolished car. Thank you very much.
You're like, we'll put a dummy in there. When I actually get it open, Then she'll just come in. We'll cut it. We'll switch to a different angle for the video. She'll come out.
I mean, I think the easier part would just try out for that movie. Just go to be a movie. You don't want to get involved in the acting scene, and
nobody's gonna care. Come on, I'm talking about like a business where people can go and like live out their fantasies.
I get it, but again, nobody's putting up the money to do that. That's a liability nightmare.
Should be. It could be. It should be even as simple as you could go to Citi Field or Yankee Stadium when they're away, and you could pay. Whatever.
Baseball fantasy camps.
Yeah, they do. But I'm talking about, I just want to go. I want to pay whatever. I want to get up there. There's bases loaded. The scoreboard says bottom of the ninth. Somebody throws a meatball over to me. I fucking tattoo it to left field. I go around the bases. Yeah. Fucking stadiums playing canned applause.
Yeah, that's called fantasy camp.
And we pop up at a couple of, but you got to go to Florida. There's old people there. It's like a whole thing. I don't want to meet Willie Randolph. I don't need to fucking shake Mike Piazza's hand.
I'd shake Mike Piazza's hand.
I would, but I want to. It's not about meeting the fucking other guy. I want to fucking put one over the fence and act like it's a big deal.
You could do that. I got to imagine they have that in New York. No, in the off. Before the season starts, they got to have a week or a weekend where they do that kind of thing. I feel like that would be a no-brainer to make some. I mean, it's not a lot of money they bring in compared to what they would bring in for a baseball game, but to do a day to have people come. I've seen that old timers and fantasy stuff. They have that.
Yeah, but I feel like even when you go to fantasy camp, it's you and like 30 other yous there, all trying to live out their thing.
This is you. With surrounded by the Mets.
Exactly.
Yeah.
It doesn't necessarily have to be the Mets. It could be people pretending to be the Mets and whatever. But it's about you. You get to do it. You live it out. You get the post-game interview. You have your brewskis. It's like a kid's party. You get your little time in the party room. And then when your half hour's up, you leave. And then somebody else comes in.
Yeah. There's only two ways that's happening. One, you're a bajillionaire and you could actually pay to make that happen, or two, you're a Make-A-Wish person.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Well, but that's what I'm saying. There should be this business available where people can go and do these, crazy things. I think it would be fun as shit.
Yeah, but you're not going to get all the Mets to do that. You're not going to get.
No, I don't need the Mets. I just need people pretending to be the Mets.
For like $400, how much are you going to pay to do that?
Oh, I would imagine you're going to pay like $5,000 to do that at Citi Field with the Mets. As soon as you get a Mets logo on there, you're fucked.
Yeah, you're booking all of the Mets to do that, to stand, to play a game, basically.
Right.
How much do they get paid to play a game?
I don't know.
I wonder you could break down like each player gets this amount for a game. Like the outfielder might get $10,000 to be in it's more than that, but what would get $50,000 for one game, out of the millions that they're going to get for the year. But what does it cost the Mets to put all 9 players out on the field per game?
Oh, I don't know. It depends. Yeah, it depends on what their salaries are.
That number. Yeah, exactly. Like this person makes this much, that much for one game. Like what is it costing just for them to play? Baseball's
interesting too because it's 162 games. Like I feel like NFL players are getting a lot more. They're only playing 16 weeks, 17 weeks, whatever it is. There's 17 games. There's 162 of those things for a baseball player.
Yeah, it's a lot.
It's a little bit of a different thing. You know what's interesting though? Baseball players have to pay taxes on where they're getting paid. So you play for the New York Mets, you're not just paying city and state taxes in New York. When you go to Baltimore or wherever, Washington to play, you play there for 3 games, you have to pay whatever your salary breaks. Yeah, that's like a thing. Whatever your salary breaks down to for those 3 games, you got to pay those 3. You got to pay taxes in that area. It's like a new thing now or something.
That's weird. Because
I don't know if it's new, but I just found out about it.
That's so weird because your company that pays you from New York.
Right. Yeah.
What the hell?
I don't know, but this is like a new thing now because I saw some finance guy. They was doing a story on him the other day. How he was doing his own. It was a baseball player who did his own taxes, or no, he was suing his parents because they were his tax people or something, and they screwed him over. But I don't know. That's how I found out about it.
Go ahead.
It's not like that in a lot of other sports. There's something about Major League Baseball.
But I guess it makes sense. I mean, if you're working in a different state, like if you work from home, your company, let's say, is based in Manhattan,
Right.
and you work from home, but you work in Pennsylvania,
Right.
that's where you work.
Right.
You're not working in Manhattan, so you're paying that state's taxes. Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah, correct. So I don't know if it's something like that or I don't know.
I mean, I guess, yeah, it has. It's because it's complicated. Now you're talking about how many cities over the whole year. You got to factor in all those taxes. That's
a pain in the ass.
I would bitch.
Keeping track of things is not my thing.
No,
it's not my thing. When my wife goes, remember the other day we were at you said, I go, I don't fucking know. I don't know.
I can't remember what I had for breakfast. Did I have breakfast? I did have breakfast. It was good.
Wait, see, you don't have this problem. I sit there and I go, I had breakfast. Did I give the kids breakfast?
Did I feed my children today?
The other day, my son, I shouldn't say this. My son doesn't like breakfast. He doesn't, we try and give him cereal, pancakes, eggs. He doesn't.
Really?
He doesn't enjoy it.
Bring him to IHOP. Get the fruit and stuff on there. We'll go nuts.
He likes a bagel with cream cheese. And outside of that, he doesn't want to be bothered. So if we're not getting a big... What?
Is it the time of day or is it the meal? Because would he do breakfast for dinner?
If we let him eat a bag of potato chips for breakfast, he would eat it.
So it's the cuisine.
It's the type of food. Yeah, he does. Even when we force him to have cereal, he has dry cereal. He doesn't like cereal with milk on it.
That's something.
He's got his own thing going on.
Like bacon, sausage,
doesn't
eggs.
Loves the steak, loves burgers. We go, here's bacon. Have bacon. He's like, I don't like bacon. I'm like, what?
I guess there's got to be 1 in 7 billion. He's the one.
He's the one. So the other day, maybe it was Sunday, he skipped breakfast, and then everybody else had a nice little breakfast. Sunday we had a nice little, we had bacon, eggs. We had a little breakfast. My wife, my daughter. So lunchtime comes around and we're like, maybe we'll just have some chips and some pico. So we were just kind of like snacking our way. He's playing video games. He comes down at like 2:30, 3 o'clock. He's like, I'm really hungry. We're like, we just had we just wait for dinner. He's like, I didn't have anything. And we're like, and then I'm like, oh, you weren't sitting on the.
Yeah. Oh, there's 4 of us in the house. Now I got it. All right.
It's like, come here, fella. We're gonna get you some fucking food.
Get some food in you.
I was like, you didn't have breakfast, did you? And now I'm like in a panic. But then I remembered we had bought little powdered donuts as like a treat the night before. He polished off like 7 of those in the morning without anybody knowing. So he had something in his stomach.
Technically breakfast,
but yeah.
It's not the best breakfast you could have, but it's
no.
I got to give it to him. It's a breakfast food, right?
Well, Michelle Obama would be terrified because this kid, because they give you breakfast in schools now, and he goes in and we're like, can you have some eggs, have some whatever. There's like probably a yogurt parfait. Like, what are you having for breakfast? He has honey buns every morning for breakfast. He has a fucking honey bun. And I'm like,
oh boy.
I'm like, that's not a healthy thing. And he's like, well, what? I was like, well, do they have? He's like, they have cereal. I'm like, what else do they have? He's like, Dad, are Pop-Tarts healthy? And I'm like, nah. I'm like, I don't. He's like, are they healthy?
Maybe you could do like a what's it called? Like a apple strudel something.
He just loves a fucking honey bun. And I'm like, you can't have a honey bun every fucking day. But I mean, listen, do you remember our breakfast in high school? We had a fucking cherry Coke and a half-cooked chocolate chip cookie. That was the
cookie was the best. I never had breakfast in school. I don't think I did the breakfast really. I had a cookie every now and then, but that was it.
Oh, fucking cookies. I still dream about those fucking cookies.
Those were good. How did did they make the cookie dough themselves, or was it a store-bought thing?
No, I don't even know. I think they just bought the dough and like half baked it there because it would be like crispy on the outside and just raw in the middle.
Big. They were like flattened out like a pancake,
and they were
in that like wax paper envelope.
I thought they were on those little plates. Weren't they on like a little plate too? I just remember they were greasy as all fuck.
I'm mixing up my cookies. But yeah, they were greasy as hell. They would raw in the middle and burnt on the edges, and they were great.
And we just a fucking cherry Coke, nice little 750 calorie breakfast to start the day.
Hey, we were on a hockey team. We had to bulk up.
Yeah, but I did enjoy a breakfast sandwich from there because there's something about a pre-made breakfast sandwich where the American cheese gets to spend more time than it should in a roll that's hot with eggs and bacon.
Yeah, it becomes like a one cohesive, coagulated thing.
Yeah, it's just a good time. Sometimes it's even better than a fresh egg sandwich, I don't know. I miss those breakfasts. You don't realize how good you have it in those early days,
So good breakfast. I remember now you're ringing the bells here because I'm thinking of those egg sandwiches. I'm like, yeah, I had those.
Yeah, with the roll sometimes. I don't know if we had bagel. I think they had bagels too, but it feels like the roll. It was in a tin foil. It was just it was in a little bin. The warming bins.
You just grab it and go.
It just said bacon. It's just somebody on Sharpie wrote on it. Some ex-convict in there just trying to put their life back together, working in the high school cafeteria.
Didn't bug me.
You're like, good job, Razor. The fucking egg sandwich is good this morning. Thanks.
Fine with me. Keep those egg sandwiches coming.
By the way, congratulations on not murdering anybody in the last 33 weeks. You're doing great. We're all proud of you, Razor.
Yeah. Razor knew what he was doing on that grill. What else are we talking about? Come on, guys. Hit us with some comments. What do you want to talk about?
Get the comments going here. All right, I got a couple saved that I want to get to. Frankie, you see if you find any that you like in particular here. But Matt wants Erin to do a whole show. We keep asking her. So hopefully soon.
She's not opposed to that. She would do her own.
Yeah, we need more true crime, more Taylor Swift. Is Taylor Swift getting married in New York City? My aunt told me this. I don't know if that's true. I thought she was getting married in Rhode Island. Can we get an Erin update here on where the fuck Taylor Swift is getting married? Does she know?
She's what? She's throwing some decoys? What do you mean?
I imagine you have to.
Yeah. She said that she's getting married on June 13th, and then she said she's getting married the 4th of July, so we don't know.
She's throwing out some false dates or some, so we don't know when the wedding's happening. This might be one of those, one Monday morning we wake up and she did it over the weekend and nobody knows about it.
Think about this logically.
No.
She has no other choice. If you're her, you literally have to book 5 weddings to throw people off the scent.
Yeah, I guess. Unless you just elope somewhere and then just throw a party real quick.
Maybe, but I bet you there have been meetings at TMZ and Access Hollywood and all these fucking places for months. I bet you they have somebody dedicated just to this. I bet you they have a helicopter on 24-hour standby in like multiple locations across the country that so they could fly over and take those photos. That I'm telling you, I bet you this is could you imagine? I don't know if we've had a bigger bounty in the last couple of years.
Wedding photo.
Yeah, who's the one who married the country guy? Was it what's No Doubt's name and the country guy?
Blake Shelton, Gwen Stefani.
Yeah, that was a big one.
Yeah.
And they threw people off. It wasn't that big, but I feel like that's the last one that we were like, oh, that was like people gave a shit about that. Clooney, I guess Bezos to a degree, but we all knew where that was happening, and that was like a spectacle kind of a thing.
Clooney, I guess, was a big deal, but that was another. I feel like that was one of those. It happened, and we all were like, oh shit,
right?
Like there wasn't any lead up. No,
you can't. I guess the royal weddings, the kids getting married were the last couple of big ones that were going on.
Yeah.
Who got married? Well, Meghan got married second, right? Kate was first.
I can't keep track of these things.
Yeah, I think so. I think that's what it was. Well, anyway, we're trying to get Erin to do a show.
Erin, the fans are calling for you to do a solo show.
They're tired of our bullshit, Erin. Erin, you're the Byron Allen of this podcast, but in a good way. People have hope for you. Air fryers are great. let's talk about air fryers for a second. You got an air fryer?
I do have an air fryer.
I fucking make 90% of the meals in this house in a fucking air fryer. What did we do before air fryers? It's just insane.
Stoves. What amazes me is that you don't have a microwave and you like haven't had one since you're married, right?
Yeah, oh yeah. Yeah. Which is a number of years, Frank. Don't ask me how many.
That's crazy. You never taken something out of the freezer before the air fryer? Never taken something out of the freezer and just popped it in the microwave or something?
No.
A pot pie? An Elio's? Nothing?
No, we oven everything. Since we moved into this house, which was 2011, 2012.
Okay.
So we're going on 14 years with that. I think we might have had one when we first moved in because I had one in my apartment and then we moved it here. And then it was the kind of thing where I remember it was my sister's microwave. So it had performed it had served its time.
It served admirably.
Yeah, admirably. And I remember I just remember closing the door, putting it on, and then just feeling the wind come out. Like it was just leaking out of everywhere.
Oh, God.
Cuddle's hair was just, it should look like Beyonce. She'd go to microwave some popcorn and it'd be like in front of the microwave. Just watching her hair flow. But so we got rid of it and then that was it. And because there's nothing really good that comes from just think about it. Besides popcorn, everything else is just mushy and shitty in the microwave. It sucks.
Not really. I have these. You're gonna think I'm crazy, but I have these. They're egg sandwiches from Jimmy Dean. Jimmy Dean egg sandwiches. They're croissant, egg, sausage. They're already made. They're in the freezer. Pop it out of the thing. You put it in the microwave for a minute and a half. Take it out. Beautiful.
And it's good.
Yeah, it's great. I had one this morning.
See, but and I'll say this too. When I do have access to a microwave, when I do get access to a microwave, I don't mind a microwave to heat things to get the party started. Microwave is foreplay to me. But eventually, like even what you're talking about, you got to get that in a toaster oven and crisp that bread a little bit. Get that bread. Oh no, that's good.
I'm not crisping any bread.
That's where you want to be. You want to be a crispy bread area.
Don't need it. Waste the time.
Christella, I'm literally not bullshitting you. You can have Merc co-host or whatever you want to do. You message me on, I don't know, Discord or you have the email address. Send me an email. We will hook you up. We will have a Christella podcast. You could literally do whatever you want. I don't really give a shit. Blow the whole thing up for all I can and get suspended. It doesn't.
Oh my God.
Doesn't make a difference. Go for broke, Christella. It's your time.
Jeez.
It is your time. Matt says, congratulations on 250 years of pissing off the whole world. Thank you. Yeah. That means a lot.
Especially recently.
I think we're good. You know what, though? That's kind of been our thing. I mean, ever since we told England to go fuck themselves, we've kind of been telling the world to fuck off for the last 250 years.
We have not.
We've been a bit more helpful, along with the telling people where to go.
But we've been leaders, and we've been a place that you could look up to and admire, and their dreams would come true, and you'd be, we were that shiny beacon on the hill. Now we're fucking dicks all around the world.
We're over. Do you think we jumped the shark?
Yeah, everybody hates us now. We're not as fantastic as we were.
I think who's the one where we took the guy out with the oil? I think they like us. What's that place called?
Venezuela?
That's it. That's the one.
Yeah, I'm sure they're big fans of us blowing their boats up.
I don't think they really care. I don't think most people give a shit.
All right.
I'm having a hard time caring, though. How are you doing? I can't, this is kind of what happened. I looked at all the things that were going on and I'm like, I don't care about it. It's either too tragic or I can't find the time to care. I don't know.
Care about it because there's a lot of shit that's just unbelievably just unfair and corrupt and just terrible. And it's like there's just people getting away with it. The injustice. That plus you add on top of the injustice, the fact that half the country was just snowed by this guy. That's the stuff that pisses me off. That most, that the half the country was just went along with it, was completely conned, and it would be one thing if that half was just like, you know what, we were wrong. I can't.
But I think a lot of people are saying that.
Well, yeah, some people are, but there are people that just dug their heels in and they're like, nope, he's the guy. And it's like, really?
Those people are never going to change their minds. School breakfast pizza was the absolute best. We did not have breakfast pizza. Breakfast pizza is not really a New York thing.
Now, is that pizza for breakfast, or is that a breakfast ingredient thing?
Oh, you're asking a clarifying question for Willie here. I assumed it was a pizza
that you just have for breakfast. It's like a breakfast burrito, right? You'd have breakfasty ingredients in the pizza, right?
I was assuming like egg, American cheese, what would be in a bacon, egg, and cheese, but basically flat open on a pizza.
That's interesting.
Yeah, which is, I feel like a thing. I was in Disney World as a kid, and I remember we went to one of the restaurants and they had a breakfast pizza because I was just like, this is amazing. Like, what a genius. But you never, it's not something that took off ever, and it's definitely not allowed in New York. They don't do that breakfast pizza shit.
I don't see why not. We do everything else. Why the hell wouldn't that be a thing?
Like a breakfast burrito. But yeah, you're right. But think about it. I had a breakfast empanada not that long ago. I was like, you put bacon, egg, and cheese in a fucking empanada? Yes. Give me 2. I'll fucking take it.
You think if Pizza Hut or Domino's said breakfast pizza, everybody would go nuts? You
would think so, right? Because Taco Bell added breakfast not all that long ago, and it was like
they do breakfast burritos and shit, breakfast tacos.
Huge thing.
I don't understand. The breakfast pizza, Domino's should jump on that. Pizza Hut. I don't see why they wouldn't if that's a thing.
What are they doing? They don't know what the fuck they're doing over there.
Let me run Domino's for a little bit.
They're all just like, how can we get more cheese in the crust? They're just so fucking stupid.
Where else can we hide some cheese?
Yeah.
Here you go. It's a square sausage pizza with a white creamy sauce. Doesn't sound good.
I clicked on a video link to that the other day. It was not what I thought it was.
Takes you to some weird corners of the internet.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly.
All right.
That seems a little odd, but you know what I wonder why it doesn't get more play is that white sausage gravy that's on like biscuits and gravy when you go down to the South.
That's good stuff.
How's that not on more shit?
Yeah, I think you can get it in places, but unless you're in the South, that's the authentic stuff. Like I went to Atlanta a couple of times and I had it there. You can't beat it, man. That and grits.
How do people function in the South? Like anytime I've been there and had a meal, I need to go to sleep immediately. Like I'm stuffed.
Plus, you add that to the constant 80-degree weather. I'm passing out at least 4 times a day.
And they got good bourbon and shit down there. Like they're making it down the block. What the fuck? Yeah.
Oh man. When I went to Atlanta, we went to this hole in the wall. It was like a barbecue joint and they had live music. It was just a guy sitting on the stage. He wasn't even like he was sitting on the side of the stage. He was playing the guitar and he was playing the drum with his foot. And then he had like someone else backing him up with a microphone, and he was playing, and it was like it was awesome, live music. And it had barbecue food. We were on like benches, like we were in like a yard. It was so cool.
Yeah,
they had like the atmosphere, the food down in Atlanta, top notch.
I fucking love shit like that. I love it. We're going on a cruise this summer, and so like. Over the weekend, we were watching videos on like Nassau, Bahamas, because we've never been there, I don't think. Okay. We haven't been there recently. And everybody complains about that one particular port because I guess it's like one of the most popular, like every cruise line goes. There's like 7 cruise parking spots in their port. So it gets like really busy. So I think what winds up happening is, and that's where Atlantis is, the Atlantis Hotel.
Oh, so, it was like the Lost City.
The big hotel looking fancy thing.
All the slides and shit coming out of it.
Right. So this one YouTuber was basically saying it's you either go to Atlantis and you pay $250 a person to go sit at the beach for the day, or you go to like they have like a free beach that's like down the block from the thing, but it gets so packed with people that everybody just like, oh, this sucks, you know. So she was basically saying that's why it has such a bad reputation. But she was like, but if you go to like this place, and this place, it's not that bad. It's less expensive or whatever. But anyway, she was pointing out like at the end of like the free beach, there's like these two guys and they're like smoking barbecue and they're like making like jerk chicken. And like she shows a picture and it's like what it's like Senior Frogs, it's like Chain, it's like bullshit play. And then it's like, and here's these two guys, and they're just like half barrel, you know, just and I'm like, I'm like, that's the fucking place I want to go.
Barrel that they just fucking soldered in half and they just throw some coal in there.
And it's like, and then it's like, but it is a little smoke. I'm like, fuck yes. I'm like, let's do it. And she's like, sometimes there's music and they're playing things and like sometimes they make special. And I was like, oh my God, I want to be on a day that they're like, oh, we're making grandma's, whatever like that's where I want to fucking be.
With the sauce and everything on there, the barbecue sauce. Then you got the guys walking around selling rum drinks.
The best. I thought there was a Caribbean place out by me. It went out of business, but I went in there one day, and I was like, what's good here? I was like, how's the jerk chicken? He's like, it's spicy. I'm like, yeah, I like spicy. He's like, he's like, this is no bullshit. I'm like, all right, give it to me. It was no bullshit. I barely got through it. But there's something about jerk chicken. It's not like hot sauce spicy.
Well, that's the thing. It's not supposed to like burn your mouth off, right? Jerk chicken. It's just supposed to have spices. Like this, peppery. Like it's supposed to, right?
This was but this was almost unbearable. But I still finished it. I was like tasty as all shit. I was really enjoying myself.
I know it's supposed to be spicy, but I didn't think it was supposed to be like you can't taste anything spicy.
This one was a little, by the time I took the last bite, I was like, I could not eat any more of this. Like, this was like, I think that's kind of what, if you're cooking real Caribbean, like the real jerk chicken people like it, like kind of unbearable.
That's good stuff.
I mean, what's the difference between that and the hot sauces that are like 10 Kelvin, whatever the fuck, all, you know, people are pissing blood out of their eye sockets going, this is delicious.
There's those people that eat those. What are the Reaper peppers or something? It's like, why yourself do that?
Oh, every asshole that. Did you ever see the ones where they order the one chip?
The one chip challenge,
yeah.
It's that crazy chip that comes in like a casket. You open it up, it's one chip, and you like your mouth explodes.
Why would you do that now at this point? I could never do that. You couldn't pay. Honestly. At least $250,000 for me to do that at this point.
Really, one chip? You couldn't do that for if there was a glass of a big liter of milk right next to you, and they said drink it whenever you want.
And they said no for free. I'm not eating that chip for free.
$100.
No, I'm telling you. It would be realistically maybe like 50 grand. Like I'm not doing it for $10,000. I'm not doing it. It's just.
The problem with that is there's a million people online doing it. So nobody's going to have you do it for 50 grand.
No, of course not. But it's like, why would you put yourself through that pain? You've seen the videos. Why would you do that?
Like this, you ever do the cinnamon challenge?
No, where you have to like drink cinnamon or something?
A teaspoon of cinnamon.
Oh, teaspoon? No, that's hard to get down.
You can't, because cinnamon is hydrophobic. Meaning it makes it repels water, so you can't dissolve really. So if you put a teaspoon of cinnamon in a cup of water and pull it out, it's going to be mostly dry.
Right.
So to get it to swallow it, you can't. Your saliva doesn't do anything to it, so you're swallowing powder, and you just choke. And it's like you see these people do it, and they can't. They're like, there's just powder coming out. It's ridiculous.
It's coming out of their nose and shit.
It's like impossible.
Creatine is the same way. I'm taking creatine now, and it's the same thing. It doesn't really dissolve. Like you put it in water to drink it, but it never really dissolves.
Yeah.
But I see these like big heavy lifting guys, and they just like take the spoonful and just like shove it in. And I'm like, why are you doing that?
Do they get it? Do they get it down, or is it like?
No, they get it down, but I guess it's to show how tough they are and shit like that. Because it doesn't dissolve. But you know what? I put cinnamon in my coffee all the time, and it doesn't dissolve. It's just always there. And I'm like, why am I doing this? But it's so delicious.
Yeah, if you put a little bit in, it's not going to do anything. But a teaspoonful, it's not. I do not recommend. Watch those videos though; they're funny.
They are pretty funny.
Yeah. Don't try it at home.
Mm-hmm.
Don't want to do that.
Hacka Gibson, good name. Is loving the show. Thank you.
Sweet. Thanks for watching. Thanks for tuning in. Feel free to comment anytime. We always love the when we get new comments and anybody who wants to leave comments down below after the show, after the live, we'll read them. We'll try to read as many as we can.
Yeah. All right. So, any last topics that you want to get to? Is anybody want to get to? Throw the last bit of stuff in there because I don't know how much longer we got to go.
Whatever you want to talk about, we'll talk about it. Throw it in the comments now. We're live right now.
Right.
Anthony and I are talking. We're looking at the comments right now. The last comment on the thing right now is Ron Division. Have a great Memorial Day weekend, everyone. So
Miss Justice is going to be deleting political stuff from her phone just to be. I don't know what's happening here.
Okay.
Sounds like what I tell my mom to do. I'm like, Mom, you got to delete that comment. We don't want the FBI knocking on our door.
Is your mom big on the social media?
Well, yeah, my mom's going to get in trouble one of these days. She just, I don't know. That older generation, they can't really handle the social media all that much. They get way too into it.
Well, it sounds like your mom is a pro at it.
She'll mix it up. She gets in there and fucking stirs up some shit. And I'll say that. You know what's weird? I got this video of Johnny Carson. For some reason, like 7 people have posted it. It's like 23 seconds long. It's like Johnny Carson invited this guy down to play piano and his life changed. And I didn't care, and then I didn't care again. And I'm like, why am I? And then I watched it once because I'm like, and it gets to the end, nothing happens. You don't see the guy come down and play piano. None of it. I'm like, is this like a spam? I don't understand hackers that like hack into your shit to do stupid. Like, what are they getting out of this? How are they making money out of this?
There are so many types of videos that are just so frustrating and annoying, especially the ones that go wait till the end and then nothing happens. Did you see that? And there's nothing. And you look at the comments to figure out what it was. And everybody's like, I have no idea what you're talking about.
Willie says, and I hope this doesn't ruin our friendship, but I believe JD Vance about the demons. Willie, nothing could ruin our friendship ever.
That's right.
And I think it's good. You go on believing what you believe, my friend. You don't have to listen to me. What the fuck do I know?
Nobody listens anyway.
Yeah, if the co-host doesn't listen, you shouldn't be worried about it. Yeah. But I love this one from Hackett Gibson. I'm always thinking about what's under the Egypt pyramids and aliens and the UFO stuff. Okay, so I thought we were gonna do so much more on the alien stuff, but again, I snapped at some point because I'm like, I can't deal with more nothingness. I mean, there was some interesting things that we talked about. I think you poo-pooed it more than I did that first night out.
I poo-pooed it because it's more of the same thing. It's grainy, blurry video of a dot flying by that I've seen a million of them. Unless you're showing me a ship landing or something, give me something I can look at. There are so many videos on YouTube or wherever of alien sightings of, oh, look at that in the sky, a ship, whatever the hell it is, and you see lights and you see flashing shit. And that stuff is, this is stuff before, the videos that were up before AI and before people were, you could fake any of them, of course.
Mm-hmm.
But it's way easier nowadays to fake. You just tell AI to do it and it'll do it in a second.
Yeah.
But, you look at those work like compelling. You're like, oh, this is interesting. Even if it's fake, it's cool, whatever. But the ones that they release that the government released, it's just UFO. We've seen these videos all you're late to the party. We've all seen this stuff.
Right. I think there was a couple of intriguing ones, but even the most intriguing ones, again, were to your point, the blurry dots that are moving around fast, and we just don't know what it is.
I mean, yeah, it's a dot. Okay, yeah, it's UFO. We don't know what it is. Granted, that's kind of interesting. We can't identify it. The government doesn't know what it is. Cool, but we've seen that before. It's nothing new.
Right.
We've seen that video. I feel like we've even seen that same video. Like there was one where it was like over the water, and it's just a dot and flying, and it goes like this, and it comes around, and we're like, didn't you release that like 5 years ago? Are we looking at the same video? I mean,
right. And it's not that it's not amazing, but we've
sure
seen it
is.
before.
But we've seen it, and it's like you're not giving me something new,
right?
You're not giving me new information. I mean, if this was, and then you got like pilots that are like, what is that? It's like, yeah, I've heard that audio too. They're like, oh, I don't know. If they're like, oh, look at that ship. There's a green guy looking at me. That's something.
That's what you want. Yeah, that's so unimpressed now by anything. You need because
it's a drop in the bucket. We've seen all that. I mean, yeah, it's still exciting, but when there's 100,000 videos just like it, and you release 3, it's not going to have an impact.
It's true. It's not a bad point. It's really not. And I think we were all waiting to see like the alien guy, which, by the way, somebody made a video of President Trump walking with an alien in handcuffs. That was like around for like a week or so. I guess today he like retweeted it or reposted it or whatever. People were like losing their mind. And I'm like, stop it. It doesn't.
He's an idiot. He reposts stupid shit.
He reposts stuff. Yeah. It doesn't mean anything, which, okay, let's talk about this realistically. Between what Obama said on that interview that kind of like sparked all of this and the fact that the first batch of unreleased things was what it was. Do you think that there's anything at Area 50? Do you think there's Independence Day under the bunker? They're keeping 3 alive or whatever the fuck it was. I don't think so now.
I think my theory, and this is based on just my own kind of process. I think that if there's something, it's not at Area 51 because that's too obvious. I feel like maybe it's close to Area 51. Maybe there's a tunnel leading away from Area 51. But why would you put it in the one place everybody's like, it's there?
Right.
I feel like if that's there where everybody's looking, put it over here.
And don't you feel like absolutely nobody can keep a secret any longer?
That's true too. I mean, but then you go, all right, well, if nobody could keep a secret, there are people who have said, this is what's going on. This is what's going on. Are those the guys that can't keep the secret?
Right. Yeah. There was that guy who was on Rogan, remember? And he was talking about, I forget what his name was. That was a fascinating one. That was like years ago. But he was like, yeah, there were spheres and we worked on things and we studied their technology. That guy, totally calm. Totally.
There's a video of there's like an old man. He's like got to be in his late 80s, early 90s. And he's in his like military gear, uniform and stuff. And he's holding up pictures, like Polaroid pictures. And he's like, I'm at the end of my life. I have no family. I'm showing you everything. And he just pulls out and he's like, this is a photo I took of this. And it's like pictures of aliens and shit. He's like,
really?
Yeah. You never saw that? It's an old, it's like, I got to imagine it's like 10, 12 years old, this video.
Never seen that.
Yeah, it's an old man, glasses, and he's like in a military thing. He's like, I've got nothing, you're going to come after me, Here's a Polaroid of this guy. We called him Bob or whatever, and we all, I took a picture of this, I took a picture of that, and I have them, and here you go. So
that's interesting. Bob Lazar is the name of the guy that I was talking about. I don't know the name. Frank, you got to circulate that video in the.
It's a fun one. Take it with a grain of salt. Who the hell knows?
Yeah, but I like stuff like that.
Yeah.
Do we think that Bob Lazar is a truthful?
Bob Lazar.
That's the guy who said he worked on Area 51. He was on Rogan. He wasn't just on Rogan. He's been on a few different shows talking about this.
I don't know. Let me see. I'm looking up this guy. He's on YouTube. It's an old it's an old video, and I gotta.
All right. Well, Frank's looking that up. Yes or no in the chat. Do you think Bob Lazar is legit? We'll run a quick little poll here to see. Just comment yes or no if you're on YouTube or Facebook. Sorry, the Instagram people doesn't work for you. But comment yes if you think Bob Lazar is a legit person, or no if you don't think he is legit. It could only be, or you write one or two. Thank you, Matt. Yes or one, two or no. Put it in the comments and we'll see where the audience is at the end of this poll. If you write anything else besides those things, it won't catch it. So we'll see what everybody thinks as Frankie C looks for this.
Yeah. You know what the problem is now, I think, with all the alien stuff recently, it's like buried. This is, I'm gonna have a very hard time finding this specific, because one, it's an old video, and two, there's so much new stuff that is just, the stuff that's just been released. So it's like buried. I'm never going to find it. But,
all right. Well, if you do come across it one day, you pop it in the Discord. We'll see what happens. 60% right now saying Bob Lazar is a legit person.
Yeah.
He seems oddly, out of all the crazy, wacky, and he's a little wacky, a little kooky, a little nutty.
So who is he? He's like a scientist. He's an alien.
Yeah.
Guy. What's his deal?
I think he was an engineer or something. Rhonda had his name first. Robin said Bob Lazar. Maybe they probably can fill us in a little bit more, but I think he was like an engineer or something like that. And he worked for I want to say like a Grumman, like somebody who built like airplane, like some kind of that, and he kind of got called in to look at some little things here and there, and then all of a sudden he got taken to Area 51 and he started working on it. I think that was like the thing. But like he's like, his life was like ruined. He got divorced, like all this stuff. Like the reason why he's so convincing, I think, is because you're like, oh, he like lost everything just to fucking, like he just.
Or but how deep have we dug into this Bob Lazar? I mean, did he lose everything and now he's coming out with this thing just to try to get something back?
I don't know. And I don't know if he's really making a lot of money. Like, I don't think you make a lot of money being a guest on a podcast. I don't know if he wrote a book or anything. I don't think I remember him like selling a book.
Does he have his own channel? Is he trying to like boost his own image?
No.
I don't know this guy. I don't know who he is. So I'm just throwing questions out. So I don't know who we're talking about. So
no, they're good questions too. But I think because I remember, I want to say he went on Rogan reluctantly. Like I think he just stopped doing interviews because he didn't want to be bothered. Like he was aware. He was very well aware of how insane all of this sounded.
Young, probably an older guy.
Yeah, I would say probably in his 60s now.
Right.
Yeah. Merck said he had a radio show for the longest time. So been on Rogan twice. That's quite possible. All right. Well, 67% of you think he's the real deal. So there you go.
A lot of stuff that comes out on Rogan though.
Yeah, but this was like before any of the bad stuff that he got into.
I guess.
Bob Lazar built a car with a huge rocket on it and then got a job at Area.
Is he Wile E. Coyote? Because that would be something.
Was he hunting wabbits? Yeah, but I don't know. I just feel like it ain't there. It's not there. And not even that's not there. It's not anywhere. I don't know in this age of cell phones if there's a group of scientists studying a life form from another planet at this point. But the new thing is now, what do you think about that before we get into the new thing?
Well, I think you're right with the age of cell phones and cameras everywhere, porch camera, all this stuff. You're going to get more videos of whatever. So, but I don't think we're going to get, you're not going to get an alien walking up. Here's the I feel like it's a paradox because everybody would be looking for a clear image of a UFO and an alien. But once you get it, you're not going to believe it.
Right.
I think that's the paradox, because unless he walks out in a public arena and everybody is seeing it live, no one's going to be like, oh, see that? Did you see that video on YouTube that an alien landed in the middle of the street, got out of a ship, and walked up to a doorbell cam? Even if that's real and that happened, everybody's gonna that's a fake video.
Yeah. Because I bet you, even if you spoke to somebody like, do you believe in aliens? They would go, yeah. And you went, Phil here saw an alien. They'd be like, bullshit. They're not gonna, yeah, exactly.
It's hard to do that just because no one's. I mean, you might believe you saw a UFO, but do you believe it was an alien, or is there some other explanation? Like, is it a government thing? Maybe it's a different government thing, different government's thing. Maybe it's someone, a mistaken identity. You think it's an alien ship, but someone flying a drone really too high, or a helicopter, or whatever the hell it is.
Yeah.
So we don't know.
Matt O'Brien says he's more like Roger Wabbit, to which Brooke responds, wouldn't his job technically be with Acme then?
True.
I'm going to nominate that for a comment of the episode. I like a good Acme reference.
Gotta go. Yeah, Acme's good. It.
Thanks, Robin, for saying that Bob Lazar was on Art Bell's show first, because Frank hates Joe Rogan now. So thanks for giving that some.
I hate the guy. It's just he spreads some bullshit. That's all.
Mm-hmm.
He spreads a lot of false shit, and that's not good. You're talking about the pyramids before that. There's a lot of stuff on that it's hard to explain some shit,
yeah.
You ever see that thing where they found like a perfect looking pyramid like in Antarctica or the Arctic Circle or something? It's like a satellite picture of it, but it looks like it's perfectly built or something.
Right.
There's stuff there's like a pyramid on Mars or something that looks like faces on the Mars. You ever see those things?
Yeah.
I mean, it could just be a case of, it's a rock, but it happens to be shaped like this. So there's mysteries, of course. We're not going to know. We don't know everything about everything. So there's going to be, what I find crazy is that we don't know half of our own planet, we don't know what's going on. What is it? What did they say? That we only have explored 5% of our own oceans?
Right.
Who the hell knows what the hell's under there?
That's what I was going to say. That's the new thing now, is the aliens are in the water. Everybody is like, the aliens are in the ocean.
Okay. I mean, I'm looking for, like you say, though, like you ever see those videos, like we were talking before, the Navy blurry video of the dot flying across the water. They're always flying across water for some reason.
Right.
So that could be a possibility. Maybe those things are coming out of the water. I don't know, but it's interesting. It's interesting to think about. I mean, the oceans are, that's another thing. People don't realize, there are a lot of people that don't actually fully realize how huge the planet is. It's just people think it's, it's big, but just the massive scope of Earth. It's staggering how big our planet is. So when you look at the Atlantic Ocean, the Pacific Ocean is literally half of the, you could look at half the world and see nothing but Pacific Ocean.
It's crazy.
That's how big it is. It's insane.
Yeah.
So who the hell knows what's under there? Could there be something? I'm sure that we're discovering shit all the time. New species of all kinds of life.
Mm-hmm.
Who knows what's under there?
So I just had this happen to me. Again, I was with the family this past weekend. Uncle Jamie's dad died. He's down in Brazil. So my uncle went down for like the weekend to be at the service and everything.
Mm-hmm.
Before he had to fly back up to work. Uncle Jamie's, down there. He spent more time down there. It's his dad, right? So, my uncle tells me he's going to fly down and blah, blah, blah. And he comes back. So, I see him this past weekend. And I'm like, is Uncle Jamie getting back on the plane? But he's like, yeah, he's getting on the plane. He should be back tomorrow morning. And I was like, well, tomorrow morning? I was like, well, how long is this flight? How long is a flight from New York to Brazil?
My guess, 10 hours.
It's about 9 hours. Yeah. I don't know why in my head I'm like, Well, Brazil's, a little bit south of Florida. Florida's 2.5. I'm like, what, baby? It's 5,
Pops
4?
people to jump from Florida.
I'm like, it's
You
right
take a
there.
rowboat, you get right there. You're there in 2 minutes.
I'm like, it's right there on the map. I'm like, it's Florida, Cuba is right there. Brazil, like, it's 4 hours, 5, it's 9 hours.
Right over the Gulf.
Yeah. And then I'm talking to and I go, wait a second. I go, you flew down on a Friday and flew back on a Sunday? I would still be in a murderous miserable while your life partner's dad is gone. Like, I'm like, the fact that you didn't murder somebody is a miracle.
It's what, 18 out of 3 days, 18 hours of those days you're in the air flying.
He's in the yeah. And one of them was red eye. So I was like, and he didn't sleep. He's like, I can't sleep.
I can't sleep on a plane either. I can't.
You can't sleep on a plane?
I'm sitting up and I'm uncomfortable, and I can't. It's not even like, it's not the atmosphere. It's just the seats.
The seats are bad.
You can't get comfortable in those seats. They're just not. They're uncomfortable to sit in, let alone sleep in.
That is true. But I will tell you, you give me a glass of wine.
That would help.
I'm out.
That would help.
I'm having trouble sitting through whole movies at this point without just nodding off for 15, 20 minutes like an old man.
Yeah, normally I could fall asleep, whenever, in any condition. But for some reason, airplanes, Aaron and I went to it. We flew to Italy. That's like an 8-hour flight.
Wait, hold on. Did you fly to Italy or Italy? Because it depends. Some people say Italy.
I say Italy.
Okay. All right.
But if you say Italy, it's fine.
I got a little bit of a problem with Italy, but okay, go ahead.
Whatever. But I stayed up the whole time because I'm watching movie after movie after movie. And I'm like, this is, after a while, I'm just like, I wanted to sleep. I would close my eyes for like an hour but I'm not asleep. Just can't do it.
I'm telling you, man, I'll be like, this movie's pretty good. I'm like a fucking old man. And on a plane with that little the hum of the engines and everything, the white noise.
All of that I'm into.
Yeah.
All of it. But the sitting up in that uncomfortable seat, no, I can't do it. I mean, if I were lying down, I could pass right out. But that's sitting up. Maybe if I haven't tried one of those neck pillow things. Maybe I should do that.
Oh, a neck pillow is a game changer.
Yeah.
You have no idea. That even a little helps you keep it propped up a little bit. It's great.
I gotta maybe implement that in my next trip.
Oh, it's fucking great. Last thing, Cuddles and I. So we did cruise last year. We're doing a cruise this year. I'm like, I don't know if we're gonna do a cruise next year. We got to go to a bigger boat if we do to kind of keep it interesting. I go, where do you want to go to vacation next year? She's like, I don't know. You ever have that conversation with your life partner or just whatever, where it's like stuff that you probably should be thinking about, and we're just like, where should we go? Like, I'm like, let's make a list of where you want to go.
It's a lot of options. You could go if you have.
Our list stinks. We can't. I don't even know. I don't know what people are supposed to be doing. Again. What
are you interested in? You want to go? Are you interested in sightseeing? Are you interested in relaxing? Are you interested in art? You want to go to like museums and shit? You want to go to culture stuff, food? What's getting you to another place?
Yeah, I would say, all right, yes to all of those. I have a big appetite for life. So,
all right. I mean, and plus you got to factor in the kids if you're taking them or not.
That's the problem. We got to take them for the next little while.
So you got to take them. All right. So you take them to, would they be into like a trip to Europe, a country in Europe, Italy, Spain, Ireland, a nice country getaway, or, you enjoy the food, the sightseeing, a tour of this or that, because all the history, you got centuries and centuries of history there.
Yeah. I mean, the thing on my list, like if you ask me, like, what do you really want to do?
This is Ron,
Iceland?
I love Iceland. Everybody talking about Iceland, man. Everybody I talk to who's been there is like best trip.
I do hear buzz about Iceland. My sister went; she loved it too.
Yeah, everybody loves it.
Is it a cult? What are they doing over there? What is it, like a good PR?
Could be cult. Could be PR. I hear Obviously the scenery is beautiful. People are nice. There's always stuff to do. I asked about the food. What kind of food do they have? And it's just a mix of all different. I mean, you can get Asian food there. You can get American food. It's all kinds of different things.
Mm.
And it's mostly seafood. I think is the big thing, but you can get anything. And it's supposed to be really nice, beautiful, and there's just always something to do.
I love how you can't talk to a New Yorker about vacation because this is one thing they'll always say. It's really clean there. It's like, it took me 30 years to realize everywhere is really clean compared to here.
Yeah.
Everywhere, Chicago's pretty clean. What do you think? Yeah, well, no shit. It's 5 million less people fucking up the place. Of course it's going to be clean.
Yeah, that's true.
When
we went to Toronto.
Clean as fuck. I almost literally ate ice cream off the floor.
I couldn't believe it. I literally looked like they just built the city the day before we got there. That's how clean this place looked.
We were afraid to reach under anything. There'd be a price tag or something,
Yeah, it's like this place is pristine.
Yeah.
But not every place. I feel like you're right. We're from New York. We're not used to that.
Everywhere. I went to Hartford a couple of years ago. They were like, "How's Hartford?" I'm like, "It's really nice."
A lot of good suggestions in the chat here. Matt says Ireland, Dublin.
Ireland. I'm never going to Ireland. I don't give a fuck. I'm gonna tell you where I'm not going is Ireland. I don't give a shit. I don't care. Ireland has nothing for me.
Culture, the food, the music, the beer, nothing.
I'm impressed with none of it. I don't know what it is. The
peat.
It's too much. Then there's castles. I don't fucking care.
Castles, yeah, the history, the wars, the no.
I like Irish people just fine. I don't give a shit about your country. I don't care. There's nothing appealing about it.
Well, you know what? When we went to Europe 2 years ago, I didn't know. I wasn't opposed to it, but I didn't know anything about Spain and Portugal. Mostly Spain, because Portugal, I think we've been to one place in Portugal, but I didn't really know much about it. I was like, I don't know what I would be interested in when we go there.
Yeah, we
went. We did a tour. The person took us around, gave us a little headset, was talking to everybody. This place is the church of this and that, and this is where there was a flood, and this was all rebuilt, and all this stuff. I'm like, this is interesting stuff. So you don't know. If you don't know anything going in, you're going to be shocked at how much there is to enjoy.
Maybe Spain. I'll tell you what. I don't give a shit.
I was shocked at how cool those places are.
Okay, I don't care about Ireland. I'm never go. I don't give a shit. Spain, Portugal, France, and England. I care about a little. It's just a step. I could go my whole life without going there, probably, but I can go there. Those places seem semi-interesting. Ireland, Scotland, up in the. I don't give a shit. I don't care. I don't fucking care. It means nothing.
About like Netherlands and Switzerland, and all that kind of stuff, like skiing and going to like chalets and all these villages and stuff.
Yeah, maybe. I'll tell you what. If I'm in that area, I'm going to Amsterdam. Like, that's my thing. I'm going to go to Amsterdam. I'm not going anywhere else.
You pissed off Matt O'Brien.
I'm sorry, Matt, but that's the same thing too. It's like, should I go to Ireland or should I go to England and like France? Well, then I'm going to go to England, and I'm going to Paris and London. That's where I'm going.
Maybe it's not top of your list, but if you get the opportunity, like if let's say you did in a couple of years after you do England, Spain, Portugal, Italy, and you go, I've never been to Ireland. You look up some stuff about it. Maybe this thing catches your eye. Maybe, I'd love to see that. I'd love to see this.
No, they have nothing. They have nothing there. I can get potatoes here. I can get Guinness here. I'm all set. I don't need
a country in Asia. You got China, Japan.
Okay, I don't know if I'm ever going to get there, but Hong Kong, for its sheer size, it fascinates me. Because that is just size-wise looks Like I'd want to be there and feel what that's like. Also,
Being
Japan.
from, being from New York, you're probably going to be used to the hustle and bustle and the big crowds and
Maybe, but I feel like they're more so than New York. They're a little bit. I don't even know. I mean, is New York the biggest city in the world? I know it's the biggest in the country. I don't know if it's big. Is Hong Kong bigger than New York? Because I feel like Hong Kong has got a lot of really big buildings and a lot of really
I mean, biggest in terms of people or amount of people, or biggest in terms of land. Like how?
I think it's like a ball. I don't know. It just feels big.
I honestly don't know what the biggest cities.
And honestly, like the market, and they're fucking selling insects and shit. And I just want to be able to walk outside and grab a fucking thing of lo mein, go grab a couple of fucking dumplings like that. To me,
you could do that here.
So, yeah, but it's still different.
Walk through Manhattan and do the same thing.
You could, and I do, and I like it, but it's a little different. It's a little different.
Of course it is. But any interest in those? But what if that's your next trip? You got a trip to China, Japan?
Okay, I'll tell you what I want to do.
Philippines.
My ultimate dream is to literally spend 2 months in Italy, to do like 2 or 3 weeks of just like sightseeing, and then literally just go live in a village near the water for like a month straight and just fucking hang out. That's my dream. That's the dream.
What's the problem?
I'm not getting there anytime. Like you can't.
Maybe you can't do 2 months right now, but you could do a week.
Do a week, but that's not my dream. I don't want to go there for a week. I want to,
get whet your appetite a little bit.
Yeah. But that's the problem. Anything that we really like wanted to do, it's hard to do with the kids, and then the rest of it is just.
You don't think the kids would enjoy Italy?
I don't know if they'd have the capacity to do it.
Talk to them. Ask them. Maybe you show them a clip on
I'm not talking to them. I'm not talking to them right now. No, because it's like you want to see like the churches and the architecture and the artwork.
Your kids, are they into art? They like to create stuff, draw? No, they like to build things.
They were. The last time we took them to a museum, we didn't last to. They were like, "This is boring." Like they weren't into it. We lost them. And, we lost them.
Museums you got.
Yeah, it's gonna be a while till we get to Italy. Maybe until they get into their teens. But then we started like talking about, well, what's the next? And I don't know. It's like you said, you're either sightseeing or you're on the beach relaxing. And
there's food, there's adventurous stuff, you like whitewater rafting. My brother went. What's that?
You forget who you're talking to? You think
as soon as I said it. My brother went in high school. They went on a geology field trip. They went to Utah, and they were there for a week. They camped out in the middle of nowhere. They did whitewater rafting. They were living in tents. They did geology, they dug up some rotten, minerals or whatever the hell they dug up. But he said he had a blast. It was a great, it was a great time.
Yeah, but he's a huge nerd. He's a big.
My point is, you do what you're interested in. If you're interested in that stuff, you find that stuff to do. What are you interested in? Are you interested in sampling different foods from different cultures?
I do like that. Yeah, I like that.
Yeah. What's your motivation? Why are you going on this trip? Are you going there to learn about the culture? Are you going there to do a bucket list thing? You going there to try some kind of adventure? Mountain biking, hiking. Not you, but I'm just putting examples out there. You're going there to learn about the art, the culture, whatever it is. Every place around the world has something unique to offer. I feel. And you just want to, you find what you like, and you kind of narrow it down to the places that have that.
Hackett Gibson says Idaho has good Chinese food. That just reminds me of Robin said the most ludicrous thing a couple of seconds ago.
But the Chinese food here is terrible.
It's the Chinese food. I thought I had that. Robin said something batshit crazy. Like I went to school. I went to high school with Iceland's president. Is this true? I feel like this is some crazy weird thing that could actually be true somehow.
That'd be a weird thing to make up.
Yeah, it's pretty random.
That's a left field. That's out of left field, man.
Robin, you got to explain that, and forgive me if you already did explain that, but we will wait for the explanation on that as we continue this conversation.
Australia.
He says he did. Okay, Australia. I'm not going to fucking Australia.
New Zealand.
No, not going to happen. Not that I don't think those places are beautiful. Am I curious about Australia? Would I like to go? I would. I just think
that might be like when you're retired and the kids are out of the house, kind of a thing.
Yeah, I have a finite amount of. Okay, but here's what I'm struggling with. So let's say the sightseeing places are kind of out for the time being, right? Mm-hmm. She was an exchange student and she wound up in Idaho. That's strange. Usually you go to New York or Chicago. Interesting choice. But anyway, let's say they're going to be, because again, like one trip I went on when I was a kid, I went to Colorado. We went to, what's the big park over there in Wyoming and all that shit? What is it? Not Yosemite. Is that Yosemite?
I don't know.
Anyway, where's the Old Faithful? Is that in Yosemite? It might be.
Right.
Okay, so I went there for like 3 weeks. It was a crazy trip. I didn't think I would like it. I enjoyed the shit out of it. I thought, oh, my kids will love this. They love animals and stuff. But now they just love video games and makeup, you know? So it's like, I don't know if they could be down with seeing, you know, the fourth day of looking at a border buffalo. Is you gotta.
Yeah, there are like trips that are good for kids. There are trips that aren't. If you're going to Italy, you're going on a sightseeing, a relaxation thing in Italy, the kids aren't going to be down for that. That's a couple thing probably. But if you take the kids to like Yellowstone, right? Very good.
Everybody is screaming at us.
Yeah, it's Yellowstone. We're not thinking straight.
We're Yellowstoned.
Boom.
Thank you.
What about like something local? Grand Canyon.
How is that local?
Rushmore. I mean, in this country.
Yellowstone's.
We were talking about like Asia and Europe.
Oh, yeah. Well, that's the point. All right. So anyway, let's assume that they're going to be all right. So let's assume that it's got to be something with like an amusement park or like a resort, you know, water slides, that kind of thing. Okay.
Yeah, because you have little kids, you're going to want to keep them entertained in some way.
So let's say that that's the thing, right? Now we've been to Florida an insane amount of times. We've found awesome resorts in St. Pete. We've got an awesome resort in Fort Lauderdale. And I'm like, should we go to other places for this? And I'm like, is it going to be that much different? Like all inclusives in Mexico, in the Caribbean. I'm like, does it fucking make a difference? It's a pool and a slide. And
what about Hollywood, LA? You go to Hollywood, you go to the lots and you see like a taping of a show or something.
Great. So that's the one thing we kind of landed on in this whole 4-hour conversation of like we were talking about it and they seem excited about going to California. So I guess we might try and do that. But even that, I'm thinking
you could write a Murphy Brown.
Wouldn't that be something? I guess so. And there's Universal Studios, there's Disney, there's some stuff.
Or the lots, so where they film all these movies and stuff.
Yeah.
Stuff like that. And I'm sure there's stuff there kids will be interested in, the movie lots and wherever they film, whatever the hell they're into.
Yeah. So maybe we'll do that. But even that is
there's all kinds of touristy shit there.
It's kind of like I love and then you say to yourself, well, you're gonna fly to California. You might as well go to San Francisco. Like, can we fit in San Francisco? Can we fit in San Diego? Like, can we fit in other places? Can we spend 10 days in Los Angeles? I don't think you can.
Take the 3-4 hour drive to Vegas.
I would love to take that drive to Vegas. I have taken that drive. It's a nice little 4-hour ride.
Yeah.
What's that?
I've never done that drive. Is it as desolate? Like there's nothing?
It's gorgeous. Yeah, it's gorgeous.
Is there like, all right, so between, what is it, LA to Vegas? Is that okay?
Yeah.
That's the stretch. There's stops, right? There's places along there, that road, like a gas station here or a rest stop there. Or is it just a long road with nothing?
I don't know how many stops. I know that Barstow is the midway point, and that's like the big stop. Like
that's a hub of like.
You stop at Barstow. Yeah.
All right.
Yeah. Because it's.
So if you're halfway between Barstow and Vegas, you're screwed.
I think you might be, and I could be wrong. If somebody might know, there might be little smaller towns, but Barstow is the stop on the way to Vegas.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't know if you remember this. We did Vegas when we were young, and I wanted to rent a car and drive to LA to break up the time that we were there, and we wound up not doing it. But I had a Mustang convertible, like locked and loaded, ready to go. I don't even know if you remember this.
I don't remember a Mustang convertible.
It was a Mustang convertible. We put in for tickets to see the Tonight Show, and we actually got them, but we didn't go. Yeah, no,
because we were hearing about any of this. We went to Vegas when we were in our 20s, but I don't remember.
Yeah,
I remember you talking about let's take a day trip to LA or something.
That was my dream.
I don't remember any of that other stuff.
Yeah, because I was like, we're gonna spend 5 days or 7. We spent a long time in Vegas. We're way too long. Vegas is a weekend. Yeah, we were 5 days. Vegas is a weekend thing. But I'm like,
Monday by day 3.
I'm like, Monday, Tuesday is gonna be kind of boring. Let's go to LA. I was like, we'll rent a convertible, because that's a drive that you literally do at night. Fucking convertible, like you put the top down, the fucking desert sky. It's gorgeous. It's beautiful. Big muscle car, 4 dudes.
Hindsight, we should have done that.
We fucking should have done it, but no, everybody was too afraid to whatever, and then so we didn't do it.
If you would have sold it more, I would have done it.
I did a bad job selling, and you know what? It was a mistake, because do you remember that first night? Vegas on a Monday is brutal. Frank and I don't know if we've told this story on the podcast before, but Frank and I were like, we were young, we were single, we wanted to go and meet girls. We didn't want to go to strip clubs. Do you remember this? And I think we asked the hotel. We got into like 7 cabs at every place. We were like, can we just go to like a club, like dancing, music club? And it was like, oh yeah. There was at least 3 cabbies that I can remember that were like, oh, I got the place for you. And then we pull up and it's
like, damn it. I gotta meet. What are we doing? No,
no. I think the one guy, the closest the guy got us, it was like 10 o'clock or 11 o'clock. And he's like, this strip club becomes a regular club at 11. And we're like, there's no way that's happening. But it kind of was. Like, I remember we got there and there were like strippers leaving. I'm like, what is fucking happening here?
That's so weird.
The whole night was I just remember going, we can't not wind up at it like a strip. Like we were. And I remember like the second, I don't think we did 3, but I think the second guy, we were like, the last guy brought us to a strip club. Like, we just want to go to a club. And the guy was like, yeah, no problem. We pull up and this looks like a strip club to me.
I think they work hand in hand. The strip club and the taxis. They're like, yeah, just bring them to us.
They were, because you remember, this is I was just about to say this. The guy goes, don't worry, you're going to have a great time. Bring this car. They all had a referral card.
Tell them I sent you. Whatever.
Yeah, that's why we couldn't fucking get anywhere. And I think the next day we wound up, I said something to the concierge or something, and they were like, it's Monday. I'm like, but this is Vegas. I thought it was like a party all the time.
Yeah, what the hell? Monday.
The guy's like, no. Yeah, the guy was like,
Monday was kind of a dead. Monday, Tuesday, that was kind of a dead.
It wasn't until like Wednesday, Thursday that town really kind of it does die. That town does. I mean, you can get a stripper and a hooker anytime. That's going to be available to you.
It's weird because you're right. It's Vegas. You think Monday, Tuesday would be? It's like it's the cheaper time to go.
Right.
It would fill up because you're not paying weekend prices.
Yeah.
But you're right. It's not dead, but it's not what you'd think it is.
No, it wasn't.
There's hardly anybody around.
Yeah, it really wasn't.
Hippie, thanks for becoming a member. Appreciate it.
Thanks for that, Poke Hippie. That's really nice of you.
That is pretty cool. Thanks, man.
Yeah, so I don't know.
Where the hell did you decide to go after all that?
I mean, we started talking about California, I guess, but even that,
what the hell?
I don't know. I'm having such a problem with these things. Like it's like,
well, you know what? You're gonna do a place, and even if it's the wrong place, it's not your. You got another one. You'll go on another.
Yeah. But you know what? Everything is so fucking crazy expensive now.
Yeah.
So that's like kind of, because then I start thinking about, okay, now I'm going to take the kids. It's going to be a 6-hour flight to California. If we want to go anywhere else, we got to rent a car to make that all work. Hotels and all that. And then I'm like, and then the thing that they're going to look forward to the most is Disney and Universal. When I have that 2.5 hours away, I've been there before. I know what it's like. Like I get going to the original Disney and everything, but that's not. I mean, I don't know if they give a shit about that.
Yeah,
it's the Disney that Walt himself walked down. So
they want to see. You're right. It's the kids, so you don't want to be rides, games, crazy shit that's going on.
Yeah.
So like a Disney they've been to Disney though, but like you got to bring them to a place that they're gonna have fun. You can't bring them to a place where you're gonna have fun. You got to bring them.
But even
they stay home this time.
Even you, right? I know you guys like going on cruises and stuff like that. Like you got your cruise. Okay, then that's fine. I know you're not going to go on cruises for the rest of your life. I mean, I could see you doing a majority, but like, do you ever think about and talk with Aaron about like, hey, what are we going to do for the next 5 years worth of vacations?
We want to go on cruises so much. We're looking at like 90 days. We want, when we retire,
you want to do a year
on a boat and just send us out, and we're on the boat and we're gonna have a great time.
I could see you guys doing that. I could see you guys. I wish I could do that. I wish I could do a year on a cruise. I think I would like one of those around the world cruises.
They have these ones that they stop in like 50 places. They go all around like South America, and they stop in a million places. They come back, and it's like a 90-day cruise. It's like insane.
Yeah, that sounds like a lot of fun. But do you guys talk? Have you ever sat down and been like, what should we do for the next 5 years of vacations?
Yeah, we talk about that stuff. We want to do, we do cruising, obviously. And then we talk about going to Italy. I've never been. Aaron's been to Italy. I've never been there. So we talk about going there. Ireland is a place we're probably going to want to go.
Waste of time, but okay. What else?
Iceland is probably going to has squeezed its way onto the list.
Mm-hmm.
We haven't settled on most of these things, but they're options.
Okay.
But most of the, we could always agree on a cruise. Cruise. Yeah, cruise. Let's go.
Cruise is an easy fun. Like you don't even have to talk about it. Cruise is like the default. And
the best is because it leaves from here. It's one. We don't have to take a plane to get to the cruise. We just get on the ship. It takes us wherever.
Yeah, but you've taken some crazy cruises where you've flown places and whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah,
you could do that. Yeah, and there's nothing wrong with that. But if we wanted to jump on a cruise, it leaves out of New Jersey. We're an hour away from the port.
Mm-hmm.
So that's a great leaving from here and not having to deal with an airport. As soon as you get on the ship, you're on vacation.
It's great. Yeah, it's great.
That's a huge selling point.
I have a thing where I can't. We got to go. I have a thing where I can't fly out of anywhere but Islip MacArthur Airport. I don't want to go to like.
They're not as bad anymore. The airports, especially even the big ones, JFK, LaGuardia. You'd think they're big and they're going to be a mess. It's not that bad.
Have you seen this new thing now where people go? There's this airport challenge where they show up like 15 minutes before their flight is supposed to board.
That's great.
I saw some woman do. I've seen 1,000 videos. I saw some woman do it the other day, and I'm like, okay, what airport is she at? She was at Orlando. She showed up 15, 20 minutes before she was. I'm like, there's no fucking way. Every time I fly out of Orlando, it's a 45-minute wait through the fucking security line.
Did she make it?
She made it. She made it.
She called that the Home Alone challenge.
And she showed her why. And I'm like, how is she really do? Because I'm like, I might have believed. Is that? Can you? I don't even know. And then she goes,
watch.
She's 4 minutes late to boarding, and she goes, I'm going to stop and get a snack. I'm like, who the fuck are you?
That's panic inducing.
These people are doing it. They're fucking crazy.
And people like that hold up the plane. They don't take off on time because they're waiting for this person.
Yeah. Pricks. Anyway. Yeah. And I don't have the outro music. Should we just end it? You
don't have the outro music?
I killed the thing. It's dead. I didn't charge the thing.
You jerk. Hang on.
I thought I would charge the thing, but anyway.
I got it on my thing.
All right. Frank's queued it up. While he's doing that, we're off for Memorial Day. No show Wednesday. No show Friday. No show Monday. Christella and Merck might be back next Wednesday. You never know. We don't know.
We don't know what's going on at this point. We'll see.
They're getting.
We want everybody to have a great weekend. It's Memorial Day here in the States. But if you're not in the States, have a great weekend anyway.
I don't want you to have a great one. I want you to have a good one. I don't want to get too crazy.
You don't want it to be great. You just want it to be good.
I want it to be great because if it's great, I want it to be good. If it's great, where do we go the rest of the summer? We got nowhere to go.
Fantastic.
You know? Oh, there was fantastic. Speaking of fantastic, Frank.
There it is. Oval, ladies and gentlemen. That's
What
upside
happened
down.
to me?
Oval.
Upside down. Sorry.
Pick up that Oval book written by Aaron. It's a wonderful book. It's available on Amazon. Link in the description below. You can pick up a physical copy like Anthony's holding up, or download a digital copy. You could do that as well. Both options are available. It's a fantastic book. Make sure you pick it up today. Read that Oval. It's a great book.
It's a phenomenal book. Big book. Get it for your Memorial Day weekend celebration. You're going to love it.
You go barbecue going, sit down, read a couple chapters. It's a beautiful thing.
Anyway, that's where we were going with all this. I don't know what I'm doing for Memorial Day, and I'm excited about the adventure where we can wind up.
Well, good luck. Show me potato salad.